What's up, everybody? This has been a while since I've done this. I had a pretty big mail day of Jose Canseco cards. I have the vast majority of the high-end stuff I wanted, and over the years I've gotten rid of pretty much everything that's not high-end, but I'm really coming back to cards that are like lower to mid-end just because I really enjoy them. And unfortunately, a lot of these cards that I've sold in the past were a lot lower than what they're selling for now. So, it is what it is, and you win some, lose some, but either way, I wanted to showcase these. I'm very, very happy to have many of these back. So I'm going to start off with this. I actually wrote about this a couple years ago. And this is a 1997 Collector's Choice Crash the Game exchange foil. You could exchange, you could get an exchange card one of two ways. Like, number one, by a player hitting a home run during the date range shown in the red foil. And so the other cards like this would be, would actually have red foil right here and have a date range. And so Jose had three of them. There's September 12th to 14th, 22nd through 24th, and 26th through 28th. And you would send in to Upper Deck to exchange. You could also pull a card similar that says that says instant winner. It's a little bit of a different card. It's not like foil, I don't think, except the red foil that says instant winner. And anyways, you could exchange that for the full set. They fell 1 per 721 packs. Canseco never hit a home run during these 3 date ranges because he was either injured or they kept him from playing, so a renewal contract wouldn't be triggered, apparently. Because of this card was short printed. And sales records basically since 2004, and this is me writing this. I'm reading something from a few years ago, but back then sales records show that it's only surfaced twice, one in 2016 for $1 and one in 2018 for $50, which was my old copy apparently. So so this is an exception to the rule. I think I picked this up for $15 or $20. And right after that, one of them popped on eBay for $1. So I don't know what the seller was thinking, but he probably thought it was just a regular card, but that's just how it goes. Anyways, it's a really sharp card. Really nice card. I'll try not to be so long-winded on these, but the thing that's sad, well, not sad, but it's kind of funny. I may be sad for you if you're forced to go through this entire video, is I've got such a history with all these cards. There's stories on each and every one, it seems like. So I'll try to keep it short. So this is a 2000 Pacific Crown Royale proof. It's 21 out of 50. It's a die cut, and as you can see, it's see-through, which is really cool. So this is a card where I was thinking, do I want this? I'm not sure. Excuse me, guys. I'm sick right now, so I just thought I would warn you because you're going to hear some more coughing from me. But anyway, so I actually had purchased 5 sheets of this that were apparently the only 5 sheets that were in. I think the seller told me they were in Mike Kramer's collection, and so I was able to cut them up to get the Jose out. And it would have the proof thing here, but I don't think they were numbered, and they weren't die cut like this, so they'd have to be like square cuts. So I was able to move a lot of the others from the sheets to other player collectors. I got my Jose. Since I got rid of it and I didn't have any copies of this, so I'm actually coming back around to collecting this stuff, and I'm really kind of putting more of an emphasis on pack pulled cards, unless there's an intriguing story behind the other type of proof cards or backdoor cards or whatever there is. So I'll talk about that in another episode or whatever. But anyway, so very cool card, numbered to 50. Anytime something out of 50 that's like almost 25 years old is like a pretty big deal, so it's pretty cool. Excuse me. So this card is is pretty amazing. It's just a buyback, but the thing is Upper Deck had 3 Canseco cards in '89, and in 2009, I think it was, they decided to do buybacks like this, and they put, let me show you kind of the hologram. Really kind of a cool deal there. But anyways, I've seen multiple copies of the other 2. I had only seen this one and maybe like one other of the flagship one on Google Images like years ago. So this has got to be the hardest one to find. I don't know why it is, and for all I know, this is the one that was on Google Images. I don't know. I'm not sure. But in any event, my buddy John, I sold it to him, and I got it back because of this next card. I remember, it's kind of funny how this happens, but whenever you have have conversations with people in the past. There's an older super collector that sold out many moons ago, and he had this next one coming up. But he said basically, if you get all of these 89 Upper Deck buybacks, you're gonna want this one also. I decided not to go for the other two Upper Deck buybacks. I figured this was the best one of the three by a long shot. It's the flagship one. It's the one to have. It's the hardest one, and it matches nicely with this one, which is a 90 Upper Deck flagship. And I think Jose only had this one card, 90 Upper Deck, 20th anniversary buyback. So really cool about this. But the thing is the story on this one is even better. And I remember years and years, I think it was probably well over 10 years ago, where a story surfaced, if I remember correctly, that apparently somebody found a few sets of 90 Upper Deck at a yard sale. He cracked them open, and every single one of them had this buyback stamping. As the story goes, Upper Deck lost their licensing, so they never went into production. To date, I believe maybe 3 of these exist. So I got rid of mine. I think this was mine. So just like I got this from John, I got this one back in my collection as well. So I think this was mine originally also. I have a lot of boomerang cards you guys like. A lot of these cards I get and sell, I either trade back for at some point multiple times or buy them back or whatever. So anyways, really fun story. freedomcardboard.com has all kinds of collectors that talk about this particular card for their guy for 90 Upper Deck. And there's a lot of speculation out of it. Like, is that really how it went down? Is this real? Now, I'll tell you what, if you take a look at these, it's real. It's not a sticker. You can't just like peel this off and put it on. So this is definitely a production kind of deal. It's just never made its way to PAX, but it's a really fun story. It's nice to have these pairings, this pairing here. I am going on my own collection rules where, as opposed to the checklist rules of what all these super collectors do, I have to get every single one of them. Now, I think right now, at least, and my mind will change maybe after I finish this video, I don't know. But, my collecting, to satisfy my collection, I wanted the 2 flagships. Here they are. Very happy to have both of them. Never had these before. I might be the only person that has these 2. I don't know. But it's really kind of fun. It's fun to have this that was pack pulled, this that has a lot of mystery around it, and just a fun story. So anyways, there's that. This is the 1996 Select Certified Mirror Red. I had the Mirror Red and the Mirror Blue many moons ago. Sold those. Got the Mirror Gold at that time a record-breaking price. I ended up selling the Mirror Gold for a record-breaking price, which was significantly more. Actually, it's part of like a deal. That's right. But and then I ended up parting ways with it again and got another one. And so now I have the Mirror Red and the Mirror Gold, and I need to get the Mirror Blue to have the rainbow. So there it is. Beautiful card. It's a really nice card. It doesn't hold a candle to the to the red, but or to the gold, but I really look forward to getting the blue as well to have the run. So this is I believe it's a 2000 Authentics Gold Reserve, and it's numbered out of 25, hand numbered, on card autograph. Really cool card. It's one of those cards that's a tough card, especially being on card, hand numbered, about 25 years ago. It's one of the few upper decks, numbered upper decks from that time period that I needed. Yeah, so I have a buddy that has this one. I was considering for probably the last couple of years, see if you want to trade back for it or sell it to me or whatever, and never got around to it. But this one landed here, which is really cool. So next one up, 2003 Sweet Spot Classic Yankee Greats red autograph, red ink, out of 25. It's got a little bit of creasing in the corners here, but still, nevertheless, cool card. Yankees 2003 out of 25. Really fun concept. And also, just to let you guys know, like, you've seen me create a bunch of these types of cards where they have like the front of the baseball, where I actually will literally cut off the front of a baseball and embed it in a card. Well, to show you, I tell this to a lot of people, The reason why Upper Deck's able to get around, like, do something like this without any wrinkling is, if I recall correctly, they actually are manufacturing these pieces flat. So there's no ball that they had to cut it off of. It's just a flat manufactured piece to look like a baseball. So that's why it's nice and smooth. So anyways, there is. I actually just created a Babe Ruth sweet spot card. So it had wrinkles, of course, because it was a ball. Next one, excuse me, is I think it's a 2002 Upper Deck. Maybe it's Authentics or something. I'm going to give you a second to see if you see anything wrong with this. I'll give you a hint. Think of the 89 Upper Deck Dale Murphy. Yep, that's right. So Canseco, he's a right-hander. He's batting left. This is a reverse negative. And this is a hard card to come by, and you know, it's a really neat card. It's one of those cards that, you know, normally in my previous renditions of collecting, after I sold out of everything, I was thinking, it's not a high-end card, so I don't want it. You know, it's okay. But I don't know. It's one of those cards that's just unique enough where I'm like, you know what? I can find a spot in my collection for this. So I really enjoy this card. I think it's super cool. So speaking of super cool, you guys, check this out. 2020 Allen Ginter token card. This is a genuine Oakland token. And it says on the back, this is a genuine Topps Allen Ginter relic card that features a vintage mass transit token from the Oakland Metropolitan Transit System. And I love the Allen Ginter weird stuff like this. It's numbered out of 5. And interestingly enough, this was my card as well once upon a time. So it's gone through a couple other collectors, but it finally made it to me. Made it back to me. Very happy to have this back because it's just so funky and quirky. Like, it's just a weird, cool card. I really love it. Now we get to the shine. Check this out. 1999 Pacific Prism, blue, numbered out of 80. Now, I know what you're thinking. Out of 80, that's not really a big deal, right? There's a hair in there. Wrong. This is a tough card. In fact, a Bonds recently sold for $175. A Griffey with a bunch of horrible black marks on the front. Not horrible. I mean, the owner's gonna probably be love that they have it, but went for $120. So I didn't see any other sales on this card. I've had a couple of these. One of them where it had horrible surface issues as well. And another one, I think, from somebody else's collection I bought out, and I got rid of it. I was thinking, I'll just pick it up another time. I didn't realize that this was like a super difficult card to get. So ridiculously beautiful. I'll probably do a video of this card along with the purple version and the blue and purple versions of the next year. They are just gorgeous, you guys. I love them. So it's part of a huge rainbow. I'm not really going to go for everything in the rainbow because, I don't know. I think that's a little bit overkill. There's several cards there. And a lot of them I don't really care about, but, the blue and purple, yeah, love them. Moving on with the shine. 2001 Topps Chrome Retrofractor Yankees. I'm going to show these two together. The Yankees and the White Sox. And these are called Retrofractors. They're on like a vintage cardstock, which is really cool. And they're called Retrofractors. 2001 Topps traded. And yeah, both of them are pinstripes, but one's a Yankee, one's a White Sox. And these are a couple of the cards where I wish I didn't get rid of before because they're so beautiful. They don't do refractors like they used to. I mean, just look at the shine on those. They're incredible. And there are a couple of cards where I probably would have sold several of them up until, maybe pre-COVID or something for, $10, $5, whatever. I don't know. Maybe 15, I don't know. But they're quite a bit more now. So either way, I'm just thankful I have them back. And here's an Angels refractor. We call it the gold refractor, but there's no other refractor. Excuse me while I hack up along here. There's no other regular refractor, but, so technically I guess it's gold refractor because it's got a gold frame. It's him of the Angels. He never played for the Angels, but he signed with the Angels. There's also an Expos one out there. I have a black one already, which is the rarest of the rarest, the Big Daddy. So I didn't mess with getting the gold one of the Expos. I might, but I just might. It's beautiful. Now, these two are really great. These are after he was retired. 2003 or 4 fan favorites. I'll show these two together. And let me show you guys something. This is, I think, the pinnacle of the refractor age there. Look at all of the dimpling that Topps did in the background to differentiate from the player in the background itself. These are gorgeous, you guys. Like, they're just beautiful cards. Love those. And 1991 Topps, right? So, like, what can you imagine if 91 Topps actually looked like that, like all the refractors? So, this is one that's probably going to shock people. I haven't had a 93 Finest refractor in my collection for probably a couple years now. Which, you know, hey, if you're a big time Canseco collector, you got to have this one, right? So it's nice condition. It's a little off center. But and there's like a little bit of refractor line, but the thing is, there's like, it's so subtle, like I don't even think I can really pick it up from here. So I'm okay with those if I can't really pick it up too well. But it's a very nice condition. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And once upon a time, so first of all, the print run of the 93 Finest refractors are 241. Once upon a time, I think I've owned at some point like over 10% of the entire run or something. So, and it was fun for pictures. Like, I actually drool whenever I look back at those pictures, but you know, it wasn't really doing a whole lot for me for all of them just sitting in the box, you know. So I moved on. I actually got rid of all of them, and now this is the lone copy that I have. And this one is a 2001 Topps Chrome, 2001, I think. Yeah, Gold Nuggets. This is a card that surprised me. This is another one that I thought, like, okay, yeah, it'll probably sold in the past for, you know, 10, 20 bucks. Yankees card. Has an incredible shine. My gosh, like, you guys, it's like 75 or 100 bucks now or something. Who knows what it'll do in the future? Like, it's just insane. It's a really, really, really nice card. They don't pop up too often either. So this one is a 99 Bowman Chrome International Refractor. This is one of my favorites. I think the colors work so well in the background. It's got a little background there of, I assume, something having to do with Cuba, I guess. I don't know. Never really thought of it. All I know is it's like a super cool card. It's numbered out of 100, and again, just like this, you know, not too long ago, probably, you know, 15 bucks, and now it's 7,500. You know, who knows what'll be next year. But now we get to the two biggest ones of the entire deal. So the first one here is a 99 Bowman Chrome, so it's just like this one, but it's a gold refractor. So 2000. So when you have a 2000 out of 50, that's going to be a big deal of a card. This is a 99 out of 25. Now, you guys, I've had this card in unnumbered, like, sheet cut version of this, and that's the only other one I had seen. I don't think I've ever seen another pack pulled version of this available ever. So this is a really big deal of a card. Now, the thing is we don't know how big of a deal because it never has hit the market from what I can tell. But my goodness, it is a great card. I'm very, very happy to have this. I've never, like, through all of my super collecting, like from the past, even from like 2014 and stuff, like, I'd never seen this. So really cool to be able to see that. Now, the last one is the big, big daddy. This is the crown jewel of the entire thing. It is a 1999 Star Rubies out of 50. This card, you guys, like, I think I've seen offered for sale twice. Yeah, I cannot believe that I'm holding this, because this is actually part of a collection I was going to pick up and I was unable to. So my buddy picked up the collection, and as it turns out, this card was in the collection. I had no idea. So he let me buy it off him, and this is a Grail status card. It's right up there with a lot of those other, like the Night Crusade Reds and the, you know, all those others there. So it's a very big get, and also it's just beautiful. It shines completely different from all the other cards, which is really fun. So it adds a little bit of uniqueness. I have had a blank back version of this, which my buddy Mark just got it from somebody else literally like a few days ago. And I also had another full uncut sheet that I ended up selling that was blank back too. So this is the first full back version that I've had of it. So Really, really, really happy with that one. So there it is, you guys. Like, there's just a lot of shine, a lot of beautiful cards, and these will fit nicely in my collection home here for sure. So, all right, so very excited to be able to share those with you. Thank you for watching if you've hung on for this long, and I hope you have a great weekend.